Hello, this is Dr. Kingdavboison. Today, we'll be discussing how to develop a topic in research. So let me ask you a question. What is a topic in research? Now, a topic in research is simply the area of study you want to investigate. In other words, the broad area you want to investigate, or the subject matter, or the concept, or the theme you would want to investigate. Now, I've outlined 5 main items that you need to look at that should help you as you learn about your topic. The first one is the fact that you should allow your topic to evolve as you learn about it. In other words, you should read about that subject area, and as you read, you'll be able to discover some new insights into that topic. So you'll be able to evolve as you learn about the topic. The second part is the fact that you should let evidence lead you to the final topic of interest. Evidence means that you need to leverage on literature, existing literature, quality top papers. You need to read books, and that should lead you to your final topic of interest. And the third part is the fact that you should find a topic that you can add your own ideas. You can add your own views. And also, the fourth part, you should also, your experience in the field, it's also a plus. If you have experience in, let's say, an area which is marketing or psychology or philosophy, that is a plus, but it's not a must. That could also guide you to arrive at a good topic. And you could also find topic also in future studies, proposed future studies. Some articles would have indicated, after their recommendation, they would have indicated future studies direction or proposed future studies. And you could take some insight from there to develop your topic. So let's move ahead. Now, topic drives your research. Now, what it means is that the topic is at the apex. And from the topic, you derive your problem statement, you further derive your objectives and research questions, and then you find literature to back, those research questions, and then objectives and hypotheses. And then you also look for methods that you're going to use to collect and analyze data. And finally, if you find something based on questionnaires or interviews or any observations that you would have made, that will help you to then report your findings and then proffer your recommendation. So just want to establish the fact that topic drives every aspect of your research. So I want to take you through how you can scope your study using a very powerful tool called mind mapping. All right. Now, mind mapping helps you to scope and prune your topic down to a very simplistic, form, so that can help you to scope your study very well. So the mind mapping tool comes with the 4 W's and the 1 H. Now, that is the model we're going to use. Now, the 4 W doesn't mean that you should only restrict yourself to 4 W's. That is just a guide. You could have 5 or 6 W. The 1 H doesn't mean that you should focus on 1 H. But in this example, we have instead 5 W's and then 1 H. So you are conceptualizing a term called drug abuse. Okay, you want to study something about it, and you don't know how to go about scoping this topic. The mind mapping tool can assist you to do that. So if you look at the screen, in between the design, you have drug abuse among teens. Then you string your arrows to the W's and then the H. So let's take the first one. You want to study, the first W is where. Is where. So you ask yourself a question. Where do I want to conduct the study? Do I want to do it in a rural or urban area? Do I want to do it in a certain country? Is it Ghana? Do I want to do it in the United States? do I want to do it in a certain state in the United States? Maybe New York, or where do I want to conduct the study? This is going to help you to scope your geographical location and then know what kind of, area you really want to study. Now, from there, the second W is who. So who also helps you to look at the specific participants you want to deal with. So what are the targets, population? Who are they? Okay, so do you want to deal with teenagers? Do you want to deal with adolescents? Do you want to deal with those who are in the youth group? Or you want to deal with gender or probably economic status? This helps you to scope your population and target the specific people you want to deal with. The next one is when. When also helps you to know, the period of the study. So are you doing it in the past? Is it in the future? Is it in the present? Are you doing a comparison between the past and the present? That helps you to know the kind of data to collect, or the kind of data that will be required for your study. Then we come to what. What actually helps you to now cascade the concept further down. So you are dealing with drug abuse, and we are asking among teams, and you are asking, are you dealing with drug abuse itself or substance abuse? Or are you dealing with addiction? Or are you dealing with prescription issues? Prescription drugs? What actually do you want to study? Because the term drug abuse among teens is broad. Now, the second what is the fact that, do you want to study about drug abuse prevention or drug abuse rehabilitation? Or do you want to look at cognitive development or social impact? What actually do you want to do? This helps you now to scale the topic or break the topic down. So you would have noticed that now you have a certain context with respect to what actually you want to study. You have a certain context with respect to when in time you want to study this, conduct this study. And if it is in the past that something has already happened, then probably you want to leverage on secondary data. All right? If it's in the present, then probably you want to collect live data. If it is in the future, then probably you want to do some sort of prediction. So this helps you. And when you come to who, you are able to target your population and know the kind of people you would want to interview or administer questionnaires or collect data for, or if you want to do observation. And then when you come to where, it also helps you to know, within the population, which geographical area you want to study, whether it's a case study or you want to do a broad study. And finally, the how, the 1H. The how talks about how you intend to carry out the research. What kind of research do you want to do? Is it quantitative? Is it qualitative? It takes you to the research approach. And then also, the second part is what kind of design do you want to use? Are you doing that kind of study that is exploratory or descriptive or explanatory? Interestingly, the research approach informs the research design, or research design informs the approach. Because you're doing qualitative research, then you want to look at more of exploratory research, and that's how it works out. And the same thing will help you to determine how the data will be collected and what kind of data collection tool you would want to deploy. Obviously, if you're doing a quantitative study, you may want to leverage on quantitative secondary data, or you may want to also look at close-ended questions to answer, to administer to your your respondents. If you're doing a qualitative study, then probably you want to do, focus group discussion on in-depth interview, or better still, some sort of observation. In some instances, you see quantitative study deploying on observational, study. That's most of the times done, but observational study is mostly of more of a qualitative approach. So this is to give you a certain context on how to leverage on the mind mapping tool to develop your topic, and then to scale it down, to scope it down, so that you know what you are studying. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm going to see you in the next video.